guys, I'm Bulma, and this is my imposter, Pip.
What are you talking about? I'm Bulma.
It's not true.
Alright guys, that was the best oolong I could muster, I'm sorry.
Get out of here, you swine. We've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, we started watching Dragon Ball again. Compliments of Kakarot,
Kakarot-kun.
who let us use his Funimation account to watch some old Dragon Ball again, and ooh, it's awesome.
I don't have the nostalgia attached to it that some people do, because I only got into Dragon Ball 4 years ago, but still, it's like, the music.
It doesn't matter. I didn't watch Dragon Ball until I was a little older. I'm so glad that I did. It's awesome.
I am actively pretty frequently I am laughing at it or chuckling to myself at it, or I'm like, oh, I love the music, and I'm humming along, like doing the horns, trumpets, or whatever, you know, the
It's saying
It's
saying like.
Oh my god, like totally. But I don't find myself doing that, or didn't find myself doing that when watching Super. We were like, sorry. We were talking about when we were watching Dragon Ball. We were just like, how could Super compare to this?
I know. No, it doesn't even hold a candle.
And it just extra kicked in when I'm just like, dude, I'm
Well,
laughing at this, and I don't do that with Super.
Okay, well, we hate on Super a lot, but in all fairness, Super and Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT, whatever, all that is it's a completely different tone than Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball went for a real, I don't want to say kid-friendly, because there's a lot of real perverse stuff, but it's comedy, you know what I mean? It's not,
God, not to mention we're watching the uncut version.
Oh yeah, it's great.
I feel like we've mentioned some of the differences in the anime and the manga in the previous video.
Just that I can think of right off the top of my head, in the first few episodes, they meet Oolong, and Oolong turns into a fish and jumps into the river to escape from them. Yeah. And in the cut version, Bulma's like, I know what'll get him, and she throws a dollar bill into the pond after him, and he jumps out. In the uncut version, she throws her panties.
Yep.
And this is the uncut version.
I love it.
Yeah, it's funny, you know.
And Yamcha had the nipple pupils this time.
Yeah.
When he caught Bulma in the shower.
Yeah, that was funny.
I was like, yay.
So, I mean, in all fairness to Super, it's not going for like a hard comedy thing that Dragon Ball is going for.
Even you know, in the filler, I can tell when they're trying to be all light and stuff. You know, it's this is just...
And I know I say it a lot too, but you should catch me on it as well.
I'm going to get tentacle monsters to molest you in your sleep.
Oh my gosh. That's a pretty hardcore threat.
Yep. That's why you don't mess with Bulma.
I'm definitely intimidated by that statement, I'm not gonna lie.
Moving along. Sorry we missed the video yesterday. We didn't really get a lot of sleep at all the night before.
I'm sure you guys can sympathize with us here. We're just in between a lot of stuff right now, and in between moving and real life and all that. And
I know.
But eventually, in the very near future, we will get fully back on track, getting an upload every single day.
Yeah.
And kicking ass and taking names. And chewing bubblegum.
Oh, I love bubblegum.
Guys, no, we're all out of bubblegum.
No!
Nothing left to do but kick ass and take names.
Hubba bubba. Best.
All I know is death and taxes. And I don't pay taxes. So all I know is death.
Oh my god.
Oh man. What did you say? There's a new season.
Archer next
new
Wednesday.
Season of Archer. Oh man, guys.
I want to say it's on at like 9 or 10 Wednesdays on FX. We gotta figure out a way to watch it.
Yeah, I
Damn
know.
it.
We're internet people. We don't
We don't
watch TV.
Yeah, and like we have cable, we just don't have it set up in our room
Due
to our TV.
Due to a weird.
Well, no, they left me home alone when the cable people came over and didn't tell me anything or what to do or like what was going on.
Yeah.
So they didn't put a box in our room.
Yeah,
They put it in the room with the fucking 90s tube TV.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, right?
Oh my god.
I feel like they should have caught that.
I know. No, we were watching, I wanted to check out what the TV was looking like, so I was putting it on for Bola, and they have the on-demand on there, and they had Game of Thrones, so I wanted to see what an episode of Game of Thrones would look like on this fucking staticky looking 90s TV,
Guys, go look up, what's it called? Like, the 90s version of,
Game of Thrones
on YouTube. That's what it looked like on the TV. It was hilarious.
Great. It had all like the little black, like the little specks. You could see all the color pixels and stuff, and it was fuzzy.
If you're over the age of 20, you should remember what those TVs are like.
Oh fuck, that was back.
If you're under the age of 20 and you don't know what we're talking about, you're so lucky.
You're so lucky.
You're so lucky, guys. Those TVs were horrible.
I mean, and I'm not even worried nowadays about like I would be. Like, I might get a little hurt if our TV fell on me. It's big, but you know, they're thin now. I was super scared of, like, TVs falling on me when I was a kid because they were so freaking big.
We had a big tube TV that fell on my sister once when she was a kid, and it was not a pleasant experience for anyone involved.
That was always a fear of mine because it was always a thing on TV. You'd see someone getting killed by a TV falling on their head, and then the electricity, and I'm like, ah!
I think that's a little extreme.
I know, but I was a kid, so...
Oh, of course.
So that was a fear.
Aha!
Oh, we have come so far. Yay, Jello mold.
I know, this part was fun. This is a little quick video here, guys. Oh, what was that, Pip?
You got too excited for the Jello. Your eyes were too big for your stomach.
I did. But this is a little quick one because, as you'll see, I don't mess up too much in this video. This is when it started to. This is when the skills started to turn on, as it were.
The mad skills.
Oh, see, I noticed the little sparkly thing here, and I'm thinking, do I jump? Do I jump for it? Nope.
Nope.
I think at one point I do end up jumping down the hole, and if you've played the game, you'll know that that is not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take the little fishing lure out and throw it down in the hole.
Oh, didn't we saw stuff down below before, and we were like, oh, how do we get that? I wonder if that... No, maybe that chest.
No, the chest and stuff, that was a secret room.
Okay.
When you... Oh, there you go, Pip.
The Pride More Keep one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know exactly.
the Jello.
It's alright, we don't need the Jello. We're good.
We're good.
We're good. Recovered. I know, I can't quite figure it out. I say I'm turning it on and then proceed to be a big doof.
We're learning.
Quack. Yeah. So, hey, are you guys excited for Infinity War?
No, just kidding.
Really?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Man.
I kind of am.
I'm actually pretty excited for that one.
What's that one supposed to be about? I lose track.
That's like Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet. That's like what all the Avengers movies have been building to.
I don't think I've seen the second Avengers movie actually.
I'm trying to think of what cameos appear where.
Because I was very lost when watching Ragnarok. I was like, I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Alright, well see, alright guys, fair game here. I'm not a huge comic book guy, so I don't know all about it. So, I'm sure if you guys know all about it, you're gonna be like, Pip, what are you talking about? But, it's essentially like Thanos is the big boss of the Marvel Universe, and, he's got his Infinity Gauntlet, and he's been kind of building up to... We've been building up to Thanos in the Marvel movies for forever. He was the guy in Guardians of the Galaxy who was talking shit to...
I don't remember the first one that much though, because I've only seen the movie once and I fell asleep near the end.
All right, well I think we're gonna have to rewatch some of these Marvel movies and come back, or rewatch. Go to YouTube and rewatch the bonus scenes rather.
I dropped the ball there.
That's all good, but I'm pretty excited for it personally.
I mean, I'm down.
Well, of course.
Oh, show.
This is the big one though. Ready? I'm ready for it. Looks promising. I know in the comics, like, everyone dies. Everybody dies, pretty much. It's awesome. And I'm hoping that this Marvel movie decides that this is the one where we're gonna have some consequences in it, because I hated Civil War. Alright, I watched it in theaters with Bola, and I loved it. I was like, man, the soundtrack was on point.
I know you came home and were like, the punches sounded meaty.
Yeah, like I was hyped, you know what I mean? And then I rewatched it a bit later, and oh god, man, there's just no consequences to it, and it's a big nothing burger, you know what I mean? It's very upsetting. Especially because, you know, you read a little bit into the comics and stuff, and like, I'm doing like now too. And Captain America dies at the end of it, and there's some
disease, it spreads.
I know. And there are some real consequences to it all, and it's pretty neat. I understand why they didn't kill Captain America off. Chris Hemsworth is like gold to Marvel, you know what I mean? Chris Hemsworth, is that right?
Wait, for who?
Captain America?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
Hemsworth is Thor.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair game.
I think it's Chris Hemsworth. I know it's Hemsworth is Thor, but Chris Evans is...
Alright, well yeah, you know, you can't kill...
the flame...
Yeah,
Flame on!
yeah.
Flame on!
Oh man, old school.
Bad school.
I like that he was able to be in those bad Fantastic Four movies and still get to be like one of the...
You got a second chance.
Yeah, he got a second chance to be like one of the main people in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I mean, he really went from to way up there.
Yeah, kind of funny. And now I've totally got sidetracked about what I was talking about. Either way, yeah, alright, I think in the comics Thanos kills everybody, and what I hope they do is they... Oof, I hate advocating for two-part movies. I really do, because I hate that crap.
Yeah.
But I hope they make it a two-parter. Or at least a big, juicy, long... Well, no, I hope they make it a two-parter. And the first part, everyone dies. I hope they do that. I hope they have the balls to just come out and go, no, everyone died. That's what's up. There were actual consequences to this movie. Yeah, like, that'd be cool. I would appreciate it. Will they do that? Probably not. Probably not. But I'm excited all the same for it.
Yeah.
Here's hoping, because they've been building towards this one for quite a long time.
Well, I'm excited. We're trying to plan a movie night tonight.
Yeah.
On some aliens.
A while ago, a hot minute ago, we showed Bola Alien.
That was like last year or something.
Yeah, like a year and a half ago. And, she got kind of spooked by Alien, and she was not about seeing aliens at the time.
Had to take a little break from it.
Yeah, and we noticed it was on HBO, and so we were like, oh, well, time to, get wrecked. Get wrecked.
Get it.
Spanx.
Eat your cheese.
Eat your cheese.
Take them away.
And so we thought that it was time to crack out the aliens on her.
Whoop whoop.
And she was trying to advocate to me that she was prepared enough to watch Child's Play, the Chucky movies. And I remember watching those when I was about her age, and they scared the bejesus out of me.
Oh yeah. I didn't have any of them. I'd go to my friend's house.
Yeah.
And I'd hang out. I was a tomboy growing up, and sometimes I'd hang out with their older brother, who was like a few years, maybe like 3 or 4 years older than me. and I'd go hang out in his room, and he had all the scary movies on VHS, like all the classics. And so I'd watch movies that my parents wouldn't let me watch, and I was like, oh god, regret. I remember, I mean, even my sisters, they were both scared of it too, and I really wanted to, when I was like 10, they were selling, I first saw those, they looked pretty much like the movie, they were selling those Chucky dolls at the stores, and I wanted to get one to put it in our window.
I think that was more for like the Tampa Bay Bucks, what was his name, Gruden?
What are you talking, I don't know.
The Bucks coach for a while looked just like Chucky, and everyone called him Chucky.
Well, I was up in Washington at the time, but...
Alright, well, fair game. But that's what a lot of that came from. Tampa Bay Bucks, yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, that's funny too. Before I lived in Florida, my grandparents would always send me t-shirts of, like, big oversized t-shirts of Bucks and stuff like that for sleeping in, and I was like, cool, it's a pirate flag, cool. We moved to Florida, and I hear all the time, like, oh, I'm never wearing this shirt again.
Yeah, I always liked the Green Bay Packers when I was a kid just because of the colors. And I remember one of my friend's dads would make fun of me for wearing the Green Bay Packers shirt. You know, specifically Brett Favre. Who's laughing now?
Got him.
Got him. It's funny.
Man, I have been playing this Yu-Gi-Oh game like freaking crazy, guys.
Yeah, she has.
Been having like nightmares.
She's been turning into Yami Merrick over here.
Just slowly.
Friggin' frig face!
No, close your mouth while you're eating. You're getting it everywhere.
No, Makora, don't eat the spaghetti.
It's kept me from sleep too. It's bad. Like, I was tired this morning.
She's been having fun.
Yeah, I need to chill though. But I can't because the event ends soon.
Whee! Little fast edit there. I did some shopping.
Hey, shopping.
Now we got a catapult.
God, so I'm at like almost 2 million points in my game though.
It's happening.
1 million more, and I'm gonna get the exclusive golden Merrick icon.
She's gonna get it.
God.
She's gonna get it even if her eyeballs start bleeding.
I'm gonna have to take a break because I'm having nightmares where I'm like playing really bad music.
I hate to interrupt. I hate to interrupt you, Bulma. But right now, we're going to the hats. We already paid the one lady off.
These moochers.
Yeah, these moochers.
Man, the first one, she was like, man, I can't believe that worked.
Yeah.
You bitch.
That jerk peacock lady. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Mr. Hats gets upset that you ran out all his business. I love this. This was the best. Me and Bulma were playing this at the time and just laughing out loud as it's happening.
This is great.
Not necessarily the hat fight, but immediately after.
Okay, he's pretty hardcore.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I love things like this, by the way. Just an innocuous boss fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't think this is gonna be a boss fight. This is in the middle of a village. I'm stuttering all over my words.
So good.
Call me McStatterton. McStatterton.
Mr. Hat makes you nervous. It's okay.
It does.
You're so fancy.
Man, is he wearing like a little pointy... Oh, he switched his hat. That was cool. He was wearing like a...
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of the word for it. Like those German army hats with the little spike up on top.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Now he's wearing a night helmet. And he was wearing a cap with a feather in it before.
Yeah, he has different... I remember reading
That's
about
cool.
it. Because we were looking it up, like, is this worth buying these hats for people?
I was curious. And they were like, yeah, boss fight.
You get, what, it was like 2,000 or 3,000.
But they didn't mention this. You pay 3,000 to give all the people their hats. And then you get 5,000 for beating Mr. Hat. And then he's like, all right, I'm off. You won't see me anymore. And so I was like, oh, okay. Well, fair enough. 2,000 gold gain. Not bad.
And a fun little fight. Right?
And then I walk out and I see him up there, and I was like, huh?
Hello.
Oh, yes.
I was like, okay.
And so the adventure begins. Dun 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 dun.
The hunt begins.
Oh, but I was saying earlier, Bola said that if she could watch aliens without getting scared, that she should be allowed to watch Child's Play. And I told her in a very condescending way that she was gonna watch aliens and be like, "Ooh, ooh, Dad, I'm so scared. I'm gonna go sleep in the bed with you. Ooh, ooh." And she took great umbrage at this. So, game on.
Game on.
We'll get back to you guys here in a little bit with how it turns out.
Yay!
In the very near future, expect a review of the chair. I have sufficiently spent enough time sitting in it that I feel confident giving you guys a good review on
It's
it.
just been so comfy. We haven't been bothered.
Well, I just
Just
didn't want to rush to it. You know, wanted to give it enough time to break it in and, you know, be fair. Give a fair.
Yeah, do a little. Oh, it's been 3 days. It's
It's
great.
been 3 days. I love it, man. No, you know, come
Of
on.
course.
I figured give it a month and a half, and then we'll.
Hey.
Yeah. So we found him again, right?
Just take some more of my gold and leave me to my hats.
Yeah. It's like, peace out, man. Leave me alone. And I was like, no way. Where are you going, Mr. Hats? Oh.
Hello.
Yeah, they don't care. They're like, oh, whatever. Maybe I need to maybe you need to pay for it this time.
Damn straight. Fool me
It
once.
makes me feel so fancy.
Fancy. Where are you, Mr. Hat?
I don't know. I'm not letting it go. Where are you, Mr. Hats?
Oh, this was great.
Making sure. Where are you?
Tricky bastard.
Oh, that lady's got the hots for me.
No, I have the hots for Shield Knight only. Get away, you trollop.
Alright, where we going? I hate to say it, guys, but after this last time, I don't find him again.
Sad.
It is. Aha!
My old friend.
Impossible! Do you think your aggression is teaching me a lesson about my fancy hat obsession? I suppose I'm about to leave an impression. You'll never see me again. Or will you?
And so, of course, we follow him.
Of course. But he is not to be found. For maybe next time in the future,
With daily uploads on the Daily Brief.
we will find our Hat Man. Hat Man!